Hopper of the League of Women Voters in the Fairfax area, and I will be your moderator this afternoon. Welcome to the 11th Congressional District Candidates Forum featuring candidates for the House of Representatives. It is my very great pleasure to introduce Jeff Dove, the Republican candidate, Gerald Connolly, the Democratic candidate, and Stephen M. Porter, the Libertarian candidate. And by the way, candidates are seated at this table in the order in which they will appear on the November ballot. The League of Women Voters of the Fairfax area is happy to have the following co-sponsors for this event: Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity, American Association of University Women, Central Fairfax Chamber of Commerce, the Fairfax County Council of PTAs, the Greater Springfield Chamber of Commerce, Jewish Community Relations Council of Greater Washington, the NAACP, National Korean American Service and Education Consortium, the Northern Virginia District PTA, Virginia Interfaith, the Voice of Vietnamese Americans, and the Zeta Phi Beta World. Like the League, these are all nonprofit, nonpartisan entities. Flyers with information about each of them are on the tables in the back, and we encourage you to explore the ways in which these organizations contribute to our community and offer opportunities to volunteer. The League and all of our co-sponsors would like to thank the candidates for taking this opportunity to engage the voters. Candidate brochures are available on tables at the side and back of the room. And at the conclusion of the question and answer session, the candidates will be available to speak with you one-on-one and to answer your direct questions. We express our appreciation to Donnie Gray of Gray Area for videotaping this event and providing us with a link to the video that will be posted on the internet. And to find that, rather than burden you with an email address you won't remember, or an internet address you won't remember, just Google www-FA, League of Women Voters of the Fairfax area website, and it will be the first thing you can say. We thank the staff of the Sherwood Community Center for their assistance in providing this venue and helping set up, and we especially thank all the volunteers for their help in organizing this event. This particular is huge thanks to the police department for leading those with outreach efforts. We look forward to a lively and respectful discussion of the issues of importance. Since suffragist days, the League has promoted civil and informed discourse on civic events. And this afternoon we are pleased, almost 100 years after our founding, to participate in an event honoring those same values. There are copies of the League's What's on the Ballot and 2018 Facts for Voters and Vote 411 cards on your seats. The voters' guides can be accessed at vote411.org. Please see a volunteer if you wish to register to vote or pick up an absentee ballot application form. Okay, the format for today. I'll introduce each candidate who will deliver a 3-minute timed introductory remark with 30-second and 15-second warnings. Timers, raise your paddles. Okay. As the candidates are seated, that is the order they will appear on the ballot. Is this better? of you. Well,
If you speak up,
I certainly can. Would you like me to use my teacher's voice or my principal's voice? Because I can clear this room. So we will begin with the first opening statement, and then the first question will go to that same candidate. And all subsequent rounds will then split one. So the first question of the second round will go to Mr. Carney. The first question of the third round will be Mr. Porter, etc. We'll take about 45 minutes for the questions and answers. We ask that you hold your applause to the end. Please hold your applause to the end. That enables us. I can get with this too. Response time to the questions and answers will be 1.5 minutes. Volunteers have been circulating, providing cards for you to ask your questions, and we've received several dozen already. Questions should be brief, specific, able to be addressed to all of the candidates. One question per card. And after this event, all of the questions you submitted, whether they were asked directly or not, and it may be that in fact, we have about 6 or 7 questions on the topic, the sorters will pick one question to be asked, but all of the questions, whether asked or not, will be compiled and sent to the candidates so that they have a full picture of the concerns that were addressed, or at least were in your minds when you attended this afternoon. Each candidate will have 2 minutes for a closing statement, and then a few minutes after the conclusion, they will circulate and speak with you one-on-one. And the event will end at 4. Candidates have agreed to all of these rules. Now, let us begin with the opening statements. Remember, these will be 3-minute time statements.
Hello, I'm Jeff Dove, the Republican nominee for Congress in Virginia's 11th Congressional District. I'm Jeff Dove, the Republican nominee for Congress in the 11th Congressional District. I realized I was going to have to yell. I was born in Silver Spring, Maryland. I've lived in this area, the D.C. area, my entire life. I've actually moved between Roanoke, Virginia, and the D.C. area multiple times during my high school years. For some reason, my mother liked moving a lot, so I actually attended 5 different high schools, which kind of prepared me for this. After high school, I joined the U.S. Army in 2004, where I was stationed with the 4th Infantry Division in Fort Carson, Colorado, and I actually did 1 tour in Iraq. And while I was there, I went on over 230 plus combat patrol missions and was awarded the Combat Action Badge, which I wear on my lapel pin, for engagement in combat. Once I got out of the military, I actually started working in IT. And I've been working as a database administrator for the past almost 8 years now. And what I've been doing is I've been dealing with things like cybersecurity issues, database issues, et cetera, et cetera. What I'll say is, what's interesting is, today we're going to be talking about issues that are facing our community. Some of these issues have been in place affecting us for decades, and nothing's been done. One thing that I've taken from my experience in the military and my experience in the private sector, et cetera, is the fact that I am a problem solver. We see problems, we solve them. We don't see the problem and continue to run on them over and over again. That is what's been going on in Washington for far too long. Also, people have been asking me, why I'm running? Why am I doing this? There's no shot. You have no shot. No way you can win this race. I've been telling people this since day one. I've had this itch for public service my entire life. That's why I put my life on the line for this country. That's why I'm willing to do this, put my family and everything up for this particular race. I feel like when I went into the ballot box in 2016 and I saw one person's name on the ballot, that should never happen. I don't care what party it is. There should always be multiple voices for the people to choose from. So I decided in December 2016 to step forward, and I've been out here doing this since. So like I said, today we'll be talking about various issues. I hope you guys give me an opportunity to discuss all these things. This has been a great experience. This is the first of 9 candidate forums that I've agreed to already. And I hope that the other candidates will attend those as well, because clearly the people of the 11th district want to hear from their current representation, and they want to hear from people who are candidates for this particular seat as well. So just to be clear, this will be a great experience for us all, and I hope we can keep it simple. Thank you guys very much.
I have been asked to remind you that we did, as the candidates have agreed to certain rules, I asked you on behalf of the League of Women Voters.
Louder.
I asked you on behalf of the League of Women Voters to refrain from applause in between in reaction to comments by the candidates. It sets a very different tone. We appreciate your enthusiasm. We can see that this is an enthusiastic crowd. But we ask, please, refrain from applause and other local demonstrations. Thank you, Mr.
Well, we're
Allen.
not going to have 2 rules. So I'm going to ask my supporters to do the same as Mr. Tubbs' supporters just did, irrespective of the rules. What's fair is fair. I'm Jerry County. I'm the incumbent member of Congress. Before that, I served as chairman of Fairfax County. Getting things done has sort of been my middle name. As a matter of fact, there's a plaque right outside here of my sponsorship of part of the building of this building. There's a library down, the regional library down the road with a plaque that acknowledges my getting that done for the city of Fairfax. You can go a little further and see Mosaic District. I did the planning for that in Merrickville. You can also look at the Silver Line, something I championed and got done for Fairfax County, linking us to the metro system. In Congress, I've introduced 109 bills, almost 40 of which have become law in one fashion or another, and scores of amendments, which have also become law. But this election is not about that. This election is about the future of our country. And candidly, there's a huge difference between me and my opponent. He said he's been for Trump since he walked down the escalator. Well, I've been opposed to Trump since he walked down the escalator. What part of Trump are you for? Calling Mexicans rapists when he got off the escalator? The executive order banning Muslims from a number of countries that I protested at the airport? Saying that there were good people on both sides of the Charlottesville tragedy last summer? Or denying that 3,000 people were affected and died by the hurricane in Puerto Rico to justify the response? There's a big difference. This is about the future of our country. And I hope we spend some time talking about that today. It's a privilege representing the 11th district, and I'm so glad all of you came. Thank you. Mr. Porter.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I'd like to, first of all, thank the League of Women Voters and the various sponsors for including me in this forum today. It's not a given that candidates such as myself get invited to these events, and I greatly admire the League's commitment to making sure all of you have a chance to hear from all of your candidates and their perspectives. I also want to thank all of you in the audience for taking time today to learn more about our stands and how we stand on issues. Now, more than ever, it is absolutely critical that voters are well educated and informed about issues and candidates. I trust that this event today will help you do that. My name is Stephen Porter, and I have the honor of being the Libertarian nominee for the 11th District. I've called Northern Virginia home for about 20 years and currently live in Herndon with my wife, Jonas. I work in information technology, but my real passion has been the volunteer work I do with various groups, including the Knights of Columbus, Rotary, and most importantly, the rescue squad, where I've been a paramedic and an officer for nearly 16 years. These activities have given me the chance to interact with, listen to, and serve a wide range of people from all walks of life. I believe those perspectives and those experiences will serve me well in Congress. People often ask, why am I running? The short answer is my parents raised me to put up or shut up. I become tired of the increased polarization and apparent inability for us to work together for this great nation. If we are to tackle the issues that face this country, we must be able to sit together, have civil discourse, and actually seek true solutions to things without making everything an us versus them mud fight. I think that spirit is a bit lacking right now, and I'd like the opportunity to bring that back. The second question I often get is, what is a libertarian? There are a lot of ways of answering that, and certainly I can't do it in 1 minute, but libertarian politics tend to focus on the rights and responsibilities of individuals. Key to my political perspective is the belief that you understand what's best for you, the people you love in your community. The closer we can keep government to the people it's supposed to serve, with some notable exceptions, the more efficient, effective, and accountable it will be. I look forward to fielding some of your questions this afternoon. Thank you.
We could say that the playing field is level and everyone has had the opportunity to express their support for candidates, but I think you have already heard where this could go if people begin to shout out their strongly held beliefs. So I'm going to ask you one more time to honor the League's tradition and to hold applause and certainly the comments that already have been shouted out. But thank you for your enthusiasm, and I hope that means that not only you, but you and all the people you can influence will be at the polls in November. Mr. Dove, we have recently witnessed a rise in hate and bias crimes throughout the country and our Commonwealth, as was so tragically demonstrated in Charlottesville. In fact, according to Virginia State Police, hate crimes increased in Virginia over 50% in 2017. How would you address this, and what could you do to make the Commonwealth welcoming to all?
I think something that's happened in recent memory is the fringes of the political spectrum have become too powerful, and we've given them a platform to be able to go out and spew their hate and actually act upon this hate. And we saw this in Charlottesville. The first thing I want to do is we need to remember those lives that we lost in Charlottesville. We lost 2 great law enforcement officers and a young lady who was just there, trying to speak her mind and use her First Amendment rights. And I think that's something that should never happen. No parent should have to deal with addressing, a child that's died from a hate crime. And I think there's been legislation that passed. Matter of fact, one of our next door neighbors, Congressman Comstock, after an event where the current congressman and Congressman Byer and her participated in an event about some hate crimes in Northern Virginia, she put forward legislation to address hate crimes that has bipartisan support from most of the Virginia delegation, except for the current congressman. I would support legislation like that to address hate crimes and provide more money to law enforcement agencies to address those things. We shouldn't have people being able to go out and throw KKK flyers all over the place. I've talked about hate organizations more than I have had in my entire life since I've been doing this. That should not be the case. We need to, as a community, address these people and call them out for what they are and take them down. Thank you, guys.
Mr. Conley?
Thank you. Look, I think when people equivocate, we have to call it out. The dog whistles about racism, white supremacism, and bigotry are all around us. When the President of the United States says both sides are equally to blame in Charlottesville, he is not speaking the truth, and it requires Republicans and Democrats and Libertarians to call that out. Some people did. Some Republicans did. My opponent has not. When Corey Stewart is the nominee of the Republican Party for the United States Senate, and he's met with known white supremacists and only denounced them subsequently when it was unpeeled, when he embraces the cause of the Confederacy with a not so subtle message about race, that ought to be condemned, instead of having a picture taken. And I think that's how you do it. I've spent my career in this community building racial harmony, giving people opportunity, embracing diversity. I've got a record. I'm proud of that record. And I'm proud of this community for embracing the diversity amongst us and for insisting on tolerance. We've had, Madam Chairman, excuse me, we just had a person put up a sign saying liar. I just can't believe that's
No, I'm sorry that I
legal
missed
and
that.
voter rules.
That will not reoccur. I'm sorry?
I mean, I thought we were going to have civility. I thought we were going to listen to other points of view and try to respect them. I came here in good faith, and so did most of the people here, to try to hear our different points of view. It isn't to be name-calling. And I think that's a great example, unfortunately, of what the president has a power in terms of incivility and intolerance in the public discourse.
I actually think both the gentlemen to my right have made some good points here. There is no place for hate. I mean, libertarians truly do believe in the value, intrinsic value of every person. We have stood for equal rights, racial rights, those types of things, literally since our party's formation in the early 1970s. We must condemn actions like Charlottesville. We have to, as people, stand up and say, we do not accept this. We have to be willing to look at people and talk to them. I mean, I think we've sometimes paid too wide of a swath. And this is not about necessarily the people in Charlottesville or the KKK, Nazis that deserve to be criticized. But lately, I hear like racist and things being painted so broadly. People are racist, they're traitors, they're snowballs, snowflakes. We're throwing out these terms, and all that does is build more and more hate between people. Those terms have meaning. They need to be appropriately applied to people when they matter and when they're accurate. So when we start throwing them out just against everybody, we build divisions among people, and we weaken the power of those words. So.
Can you hear me through this microphone any better?
No.
Speak louder.
Now? Now? Good? All righty! Congress has so far failed to pass legislation to overhaul our immigration system. What measures do you suggest or support to improve our current system?
So the very first thing I think we've got to do is fix the legal status of dreamers. There are maybe 700,000 young people in this country who came here when they were young. I brought one of those dreamers to the State of the Union address. She came to the United States at the age of 1. She goes to Annandale High School. She's a scholar. She volunteers to help other kids with learning difficulties. She thought she was an American until she went to get a driver's license. And then her parents had to tell her, oh, we brought you here when we came and back. She is as American as you and I. She wants to be an American. She thinks of herself as an American. Those young people would make most people in this room proud. I want to regularize their situation. Beyond that, we've got to make the immigration system fairer, more transparent, more accountable. Probably the single number one issue we deal with in casework in my office is immigration. And we see every day how whimsical it is. Wanting to bring grandma to a wedding, and it takes 6 months. Or capriciously, she's denied because she's a risk of some kind. And it's a terrible state of our country. So We need to be fair, we need to be transparent, we need to include increases in H-1 visas and in other labor-oriented visas so that we have the workforce of the future we need. Immigration is good for America. It always has been. As the grandson of an immigrant, I can attest to that. Mr. Troy.
I think overhaul is a very good word to be used. Our immigration system is flawed in so many ways. My personal belief, and I'm not a full-blown open borders person, some libertarians are. We do need some border security, but the key questions we need to be asking about immigrants are, do they legitimately pose a threat to our country? We don't want to actually let terrorists in. But the second question is, can they contribute to the country? In the vast majority of cases, the answer to both of those are the appropriate answer. They're not a threat, they can contribute. So why do we make it so hard for people to actually come into this nation? I agree with the congressman about the Dreamers. They've known nothing but being Americans. At this point, it's just plain wrong to throw them out. And whatever laws we do come up with immigration, we need to start enforcing fairly and uniformly. Having people actually be here semi-legally or whatever for 10, 20 more years to build lives and then just suddenly say, well, we're throwing you out. That makes no sense. So get the laws, set the laws, enforce the laws, but make them reasonable. So thank you.
And Mr. Duff.
All right, so I want to go back to the previous question real quick. The congressman tried to say or attack me on race. When I announced in February last year, I had my first event locally in Fairfax, and he sent someone to intimidate me by recording me. Literally, the first time I went out on the street, did not do that to his previous white opponents. Let's talk about your fundraising letter that you just recently sent out about me, calling me a puppet. Like, as a young, successful black man, I can't think for myself. I've done a lot in my life, and being a puppet is not one of them, okay? I think for myself, I don't agree with 100% of what goes on in DC, and that's why I'm running, all right? Secondly, to go back to this question on immigration. Immigration has been messed up for decades. We have a sitting congressman who's been in for so many years, and he talks about the problem, but he's not done anything to solve it, okay? The definition of insanity is to keep doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a different result. Yes, we need to deal with the people who are here illegally. We need to deal with the dreamers. We need to deal with those people who are here legally. We need to address the H-1B system so it's not like an indentured servitude system where companies basically dictate to those people how they're going to live and how they're going to work. Okay? We need to address a lot of things, but it starts with doing a complete overhaul of what we have now because it's not working at all. And if we keep putting the same people back in office over and over again, it's not going to get fixed because they're just looking for the next race.
Amen.
Mr. Jones, Mr. Porter, you're up first this time. Bills have come before the House to provide paid family and medical leave and to have employees of businesses with 15 or more employees provide paid sick days. If such bills come up, how would you vote?
To start with, I'm very reluctant to say one way or another that I'll definitely go for a bill because there's so much dirty legislation that has riders and things that are unrelated. So I just want to throw that out from the beginning because it will find a lot of questions. The details matter to a specific bill. I think that family leave and things like that for large corporations makes sense. I think it's good business, regardless of whether or not it's being enforced by federal mandates or not. Big companies with significant numbers of employees, want to bring in good people and keep good people. Exactly how far the government should go in actually forcing them to do so, I'm a libertarian. I believe in smaller government, generally speaking. So again, it's going to matter a lot on the very specific details of the bill. So, thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Dove.
Yes, I do believe family leave is important. my wife and I just had our first child last year, so I can attest that having that leave is very critical for any young family or any family in general. I believe that we should be making sure that our community is strong, right? And one of those things is making sure people are, I guess in a sense, taken care of with regards to things like that. And companies should be wanting to do things like that, because if you notice, companies that have more, I guess, lenient family leave policies, people are rushing to go apply to those jobs and things of that nature. So I think having a family leave policy is a great idea, and it's something that we should be really pushing for.
And Mr. Condon.
Well, I have already supported family leave in several forms. I believe the federal government ought to set a minimum standard and start with itself. But I mean, all kinds of people in the workforce face family medical emergencies. They got to take care of a sick parent or spouse or child. They get pregnant, they have babies. And for both men and women, maternal and paternal leave, I think are important. So setting a minimum standard for family leave, I think is a very important social policy. And while I agree that given the current economy, it's a competitive advantage in trying to hire people in a scarce labor market if you provide it. We don't have to go that far back in our history to know when no corporations virtually did it without pressure from the government, especially in periods of high unemployment. So having some minimal standards that protect workers' rights when they need that kind of leave and don't get punished for it, I think it's very important social policy, and I support it.
Thank you, Mr. Condon. Mr. Dutt, what is your position on developing oil production off the Virginia coast?
Well, you guys recently saw there was a study that showed the United States has moved in front of Russia and Saudi Arabia as it relates to oil production around the world. I believe that we should take advantage of the resources we have available to us. I think it will help our economy overall. Right now, we actually have, it's interesting, we actually have more jobs than we do people employed, or people looking for jobs, which is a shock to a lot of people. And I think if you do something like this, you're going to increase the amount of jobs that are available as well. And I think this also ties into training, et cetera. But I do support utilizing the resources that we have available. I think we have to do it smart. We have to make sure we're not, damaging our environment, and that's one of the biggest things with regards to that. But we should definitely be trying to tap into any resource that we have to use.
Mr. Condon.
I couldn't disagree more. Precisely because we are now at peak of oil and gas production in the United States. The last thing in the world we need is to be exploring oil off the coast of Virginia. We have the largest preserved barrier island system in the East Coast. It would be at risk. More importantly, if you look at the horizon oil spill